Is this where the damn drumming and the music kicks in?
Yeah.
What is going on, everybody? Hello and welcome back. Let's try this out. Round 2 of this week's episode of On the Pipe Podcast. It sounds like we're all set and ready. For those that were in the YouTube chat, sorry for making you go back and click a new one. Had a little bit of audio issues. We got it figured out. We got it dialed in, so we just restarted the show. Had to reboot some stuff. But now we're here. We're in your living room. We're in your car. We're in your ear. We're in front of you, wherever you're listening to this at. And we appreciate you being here and listening to On the Pipe Podcast, presented by Yamaha Motor USA. Today is Tuesday, May the 12th, 2026 years after zero. I'm your host, as always, Tyler Shepardson. Joined alongside me is Big Tom tonight. Big Rig Craig was celebrating his birthday, so he is out and about in the mountains and not going to be joining us tonight, but Big Tom filling in for us. Tom, how's things going today?
Filling in?
Not filling in.
What do you mean filling in?
I got a lot of stuff I'm trying to process right now. Kind of got on autopilot there. Not filling in. Here as always.
There we go.
Just missing part of the table.
Yeah. That's all right. Craig needs to go enjoy himself.
There we go.
Yep.
Tom handling some work calls when we got dialed in here. So hard-working man. Appreciate you taking some time out and coming and joining us every week.
But Joe Thomas, Craig's not here, brother. Maybe we can get Craig to chime in the chat. I don't know.
Dude, I totally forgot about that.
He flew up there and rode a buddy's bike? I don't know.
Yeah, Craig flew to the tour at Budds Creek, had a Ride and Ride Yamaha program there where he went and raced and then flew home while watching Supercross.
And lost another alternator or something. We might not supposed to say that, but something happened. I don't know.
As soon as I started talking about that, I was like, I don't know. Craig's not here to tell us to shut up and
he can't defend himself.
Not say the things that we're not supposed to say.
Yep.
Anyway, he had an exciting flight home from what it sounds like.
I saw some videos of Baja guy Thorne. Looked like he was ripping up there.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been able to catch up on it. But We did mention that he rode a Yamaha up there because people that choose what bikes that they can ride, they choose Yamahas. And Yamahas is the presenting sponsor of this show. We appreciate them very dearly. Just got a text today. Got a 450 waiting on me in Atlanta.
You got to go get it?
Yeah.
When you going?
I don't know. I got to find time to get down there.
Maybe you go get you a 450. I can be on the Arrive and Ride program.
There we go. Get you on that 450 FX.
I'd try it out.
Yeah, so we're racing the Cherokee National Enduro next weekend, which is just outside of Atlanta, down there in Georgia.
There you go.
So now I'm torn between making a trip down there or just waiting and getting two birds stoned at once and just getting it next weekend. But I want it. I want to touch it. I want to feel it. I want to ride it. I love my 250 FX so much. We did the 450 FX intro day and rode it. And kind of like the last 450 I rode was like a 2013.
Yeah.
2013. It was with the twisty exhaust going up underneath the subframe.
Yeah, the loop-de-doo.
Yeah. So I was a little bit worried when we went out to do the 450 FX intro.
Was that the one in Indiana?
That was the new 250 FX. That's the bike that I have now that came out at the end of that year. The 450 FX intro was with the two strokes at Randy Hawkins' place in South Carolina last year. But so I was like, man, like, is this thing gonna be a handful? I got on it, dude. So smooth, so rideable. Like, had a lot of fun on that bike. And so this year, I was asking, I was like, hey, we got the 250. Let's try out the 450, see how it goes.
Do you still have the 250 here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. May or may not order some Supermoto wheels for the 450, see what we can get into on that thing. But, yeah, super pumped for that. Excited. Be on the lookout for some 250 versus 450 videos, and now be on the lookout for a Big Tom Arrive and Ride program on the Blue Crew so you can see what he's been missing out on this whole time. But yeah, super pumped to be working with them, and super pumped to continue that, and super pumped to keep putting my butt cheeks on Yamaha motorcycles any chance that I can get. Was supposed to ride this past weekend with the boys. Woke up, dude, I didn't get out of bed yesterday. Threw my back out, threw my neck out. So my shoulder.
Let me tell you. You missed a good day. It was sick.
Dude, it looked really good.
It was sick.
And every other time that they've done ride days, I've always been out of town or had something going on. So, like, for 3 weeks, I'm like going to ride on Saturday with the boys. Yeah. We had a graduation party to go to Saturday, but I was like, doesn't matter. We're going out to ride in the morning. And then, dude, I woke up Saturday morning. So Friday, I popped something in my neck again, and then my shoulder's still been hurting. And then Sunday night, I threw out my lower back. So yesterday,
dude, that's the worst.
I had a full spinal meltdown.
Spinal.
Didn't get out of bed like most of the day.
Spinal.
Feel like a bum. But we're up and moving nonetheless. So today we're going to talk about a few things. We're going to talk about the Jday that happened at Lake Sugar Tree. We're going to be joined by the Jday overall winner, Josh Toth, like both. He's going to be joining us in about 20 minutes. We're going to chat with him. Obviously, broken femur last year. This is his first notch back in the win column since coming back from that injury. So I know he's got to be pumped up about it, and we're going to talk to him and hear about it. We got an update from Cody Barnes, finally. A lot of people waiting, or not waiting, you know what I mean? A lot of people wondering and concerned about Cody. Obviously, word on the scene, didn't look great. And then kind of afterwards, you just hear stuff floating around and not really sure what it was about. So he provides an update from us, says that he broke his neck and ended up having to get surgery to fix it and get back on the mend. So T's and P's still out with Cody Barnes, but nice to see an update, see him on the mend, on that healing progress or on that healing journey after a lot of weeks of uncertainty and kind of wondering what was going on.
Yeah, and it's obviously great to see that post that, you know, it wasn't how it could have been, right? It wasn't a, you know, no feeling type of post.
Yeah.
So, good news. Good to see that from Cody for sure.
That is always the fear. I think the biggest fear, especially when you hear something like that, you see the helicopter coming in, and so yeah, good to know that. Obviously, not great, but not nearly as bad as it could have been. And now, like I said, he's back on the path to healing, and we'll see him back on that. So, got a couple notes here. Was that was for Grant?
What I just wrote? No. What they get, the sportsmanship.
Yeah, it was for him stopping with Grant.
No,
Davis
with Cody. He stopped with Cody.
Did he?
At when Cody got hurt, he stopped and directed traffic. That's what, because they gave it to him at the start of Old Gray on the starting line. Yeah.
But I thought it was from.
Because Grant got hurt at the Old Gray.
Okay, I guess I just had it backwards in my brain.
No. That's why I just wrote it down, was to mention it now.
Because I was thinking it was for Grant Davis, because then Grant Davis did the foot peg delete for Toth right after that. But then I guess so. It was Cody. It was.
Yeah, it was for Cody at the Duke where Cody got hurt.
Gotcha. All right, so. Got a little bit off the rails. We got reined back in. For those that are wondering what the heck we're talking about, at the Old Gray, during the riders' meeting beforehand, Tim Cotter went up on stage. I think it was on the Racer TV broadcast at that point still. But they called Josh Toth up for a Sportsmanship award, and I didn't know it was coming. I don't think he knew it was coming.
I don't think anybody. I've never heard of one of those getting given out or whatever. So it was pretty cool that they recognized it.
Yeah,
did that.
Absolutely. And I got videos of the thing too, and put up some pictures of it. But it was a really cool gesture, because at the Dukes, when Cody Barnes did go down, we mentioned how scary of an incident this was, and Josh Toth sacrificed his own race to stay with Cody Barnes. I think, from my understanding, put his bike down in the trail and was kind of making sure people went around and knew he was there.
Yeah, and being that early in the race, everybody coming together, and as dusty as that place was, everybody coming through there like, still in a pack, and it could have been ugly, if he was in the track or they, hit Cody's bike and right into Cody again or whatever. So, yeah, that was, very, very honorable of him to stop and do that.
Yeah, and I mean, Toth, he's been a championship contender in the past, and he won the National Enduro Championship a couple years ago. But now this year, as we mentioned, recovering from his femur and kind of riding his way back in it. Not in the championship battle per se, but I think he's a guy that if he was leading the points and he saw that happen, he would still stop and do exactly what he did. So it was cool of GNCC to recognize that and put out a special recognition for that. And it was obviously very cool of Toth to stop and make sure that, all these guys are buddies for the most part. To make sure everything's all good.
And, they always say on the starting line, like, if you see a downed rider, you don't have to sacrifice your race, but let the next official you see know. And, I think we've all done it to an extent of stopping and checking on somebody for sure. I know like if I'm following somebody and they have a big one or something, I definitely slow down and at least get a thumbs up before I move on. It's just kind of human nature, right?
Yeah.
A little bit different for those guys because it's their job, their livelihood, and they're all damn mental, right? They're all not meatheads, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just,
especially on the first lap too, where everyone is still 100% going wide open. It's a dusty track. We don't know the track.
Race hadn't even got started yet, really.
Yeah.
So yeah, good on him.
That whole situation was really cool to see.
Yeah. I'm sure we'll bring it up when he gets on here in a little bit.
Yeah. We're going to ask him about it. But yeah, so getting into some other things, Brad Barnes in here talking about Tour. Joe Thomas talking about Tour as well, asking Craig about how it went. Craig is not here. Maybe we'll get a Tour recap next weekend when he is back in studio with us. To your point, Tom, Brad Barnes says that Thorne went 1-1, and he's part of the Tour crew. So we got all sorts of Tour members in here. He also says the same 450 is available for either of us at any Tegan Off-Road Racing Series.
Maybe one of us hop in the plane with Craig and take that arriving ride from him.
There we go. I sent sent Toth with a couple of Insta 360. I mean, not Toth, Craig with a couple Insta 360s. So I haven't been able to see the footage yet, but we'll see what we get back from him and his trip up to Bud's Creek for the tour race.
I didn't know they had that much woods up there. Or is it more like a GP style?
It is a GP.
Two moto format deal?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. It is because Thorne went 1-1.
Ah.
I think it's like a Jday clone. Not clone. They're doing their own thing, but you know what I mean. The simplest way to explain it.
Is that the whole series is two moto format, or does it change up kind of like the Full Gas did last year?
From my understanding, and we got some very heavy-hitting tour members in the audience, I believe it's just GPs.
GP, yeah.
But it looks like it's doing really good. It seems like they draw some names. Looks like the tracks look good. Yeah. Maybe we'll get up there and try one of them out. Problem is finding an off weekend that got time to go up there and do it.
Yep.
But anyway, let's get into some results real quick. It is 7:32. Josh Toth is going to be joining us in about 13 minutes, so we're going to breeze through some results. We're going to talk about Jday, and I think that's the only ones we have pulled up, unless someone can shoot some tour results in the chat. Thorne goes 1-1. I'm assuming Craig went 2-2. No, just kidding. Not sure. But we're going to dig up some results courtesy of Dimmer's Precision Grading, DPG, full-service grading company in the greater Carolina region. They just had a open ride day on Friday. Went down there, shot some pictures of it. The track looks sick. It's a track where everything's safe. You know what I mean? Everything is single to tables. They are some booters, but you got some room to come up short. That's what I like to see. But anyway. So excavation, grading, laying pipe, whatever you need DPG to do, hit them up, dimmersprecisiongrading.com, or on the socials at Dimmers Precision Grading and DPG MX Compound every week. They use their equipment to help us dig up some results, and today we are heading over to Virginia, Lake Sugar Tree for round number 4. 3? 4. Round number 3 or 4?
Should be
4. We had Tuesday. We had Club MX. We had the last place. This
CGI.
Is 4. Yeah, CGI.
4.
All right, so Josh Toth goes 1-3, which is good enough for the overall win on the day. Gus Reardon going 3-2, and Jigs Fustini going 6-1. Jigs Fustini winning the final moto against Factory Guys.
Did you see the creek jump line he did?
Yeah.
Went from 3rd to 1st.
Yeah.
So I saw that on the live feed, and then I got busy and didn't watch the rest of it. But, dude, it came out of nowhere. Nobody was hitting that first moto.
They posted a clip of that.
With different angles.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was sick.
Or, like, I saw the clip that they posted on socials when it first happened.
Mm-hmm.
And
when
everyone was reacting like, where did he just come from? And then I saw some other videos from the other side of the creek throughout the past couple of days. It looks like someone put a log down or like a couple trees right there to give him something to kind of bounce off of.
There was definitely dirt on it. I don't think it was just a log.
Oh, really?
I think they were hitting it too fast to just be a log, right? Normally when you hit a log like that, you kind of bunny hop, right?
Yeah.
They were hitting it with some good speed. Still kind of doing a bunny hop, but I think if they would have just hit a log, they would have nose first into that bank.
Either way.
But that
is
whole
full commitment.
That
to
whole
get that
section was like played a role in the whole race in like both motos. But yeah, he popped that line out of nowhere. Maybe he went in there between the motos and built the line. I don't know. Maybe Toth knows. We'll see.
Yeah. Because I did see some people start hitting it after that.
Yeah, I saw a video of Ricky hitting it. Saw a video of Toth hitting it. Jigs. I don't know if Coquino's hit it on the 2-stroke or not. I think Medaglia hit it. I could be wrong. I don't know if Gus hit it or not. But it cut off because I think they went right, went up a bank, and I think in the second moto they completely changed that section.
So I did see another clip too where someone jumped that line across the creek, someone else went right and went around. Well, you're carrying so much speed jumping the creek that you kind of went up a hill and had to stop and make a 90-degree left. And it ended up being about the same. Obviously, it worked out for Jigs because no one was expecting it.
Yeah.
But the video that I saw, the guy that went around the creek and had a straight shot coming out of it.
Kind of go on the inside of him. Yeah.
It's like whoever jumped the creek had to almost stop and check up and then go. But either way, heck of a line to pull out.
I didn't know me and you raced. We got 15th overall down here. Team race.
Tyler Toms. Good name.
Yep.
If only he had a better bike.
But yeah, that was – and Gus rode a 450.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. Yeah, they mentioned that. Ricky Russell was sleeping on the start of the first moto.
Literally?
Yeah, basically.
Wait, what do you mean?
That
could be interpreted a few different ways.
He's sitting there messing with some stuff. They throw the green flag, and he's like, I don't even think he has hand on starter.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, one of those.
Yeah, he was way off.
My first thought was slept in late, really did.
No.
Physically sleeping.
He was
Second
there.
thought was he got knocked out cold. I was like, how did he get knocked out on the start?
No. He was there.
Just wasn't paying attention.
Just not at all.
Dang it.
And then Joey Crown on the first lap on the motocross track, like, went down on the backside of a tabletop or double or something. Like, some guys had to dodge him.
Nope.
But like, you couldn't see it. You just saw him picking his stuff up.
Saw him make a post today that said that track was too hard and narrow for him, and he did not enjoy it.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, it kind of shows. Looks like he didn't even do all the laps in the second moto.
Dang.
But, anyway. Suddy was a big superstar.
Was he?
I don't know if he went 1-1, but I know he won the first moto, maybe even that B overall again, and had him on the broadcast.
Heck yeah. Yeah, I remember last race, you or Craig or someone was saying that he was on camera like pretty much the whole time leading that thing.
Yeah.
So shout out Suddy. Tyler Medaglia 4th. Was that Ricky 5th? 5th was overall?
Oh,
I think so. No, you're fine. Let's look at this. Oh, wrong one.
Yeah, I don't know how this works. Where do I go?
It is kind of a bummer. The B vet, maybe?
This one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There he is.
Oh,
Went
look at Eric Geese like the bird.
And Suddy wasn't...
Holding it down.
Suddy wasn't that far off of Eric.
Yeah, 11 seconds.
Yeah. Good job there, Suddy.
20 seconds. No, not even 20. 16?
9 in the second one, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's 9. Yeah. 43
That's the one I
miles.
called 11. I knew they were one apart. I just didn't take the time to figure out which direction.
No, that would be 11. Yeah, 11.
Oh, all right. See?
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out. Both friends of the program. Eric Geese, Austin Sudrith, Suddy getting it done. At the Jday.
And they got his name fixed.
The Jdays look sick, and the broadcast is super sick. We talked about the turnouts coming into the season, and like this one, dude, I know it's tough because it's Mother's Day weekend, final round of Supercross. I don't think that affects anything, not as much as Mother's Day weekend. But, man, I don't know what they could do to get bigger turn. Like, their marketing's good, their advertising good, the track's good, the broadcast is good. Why don't you think people are showing up to race these things?
I think
everyone I know that's raced them is loving it.
Yeah, and there's like Suddy told me, he was like, dude, you need to be up here. Like, this is sick. I think it's because this area is saturated with races.
Yeah.
And it's a new series. I think you have a lot of guys down here older in age that are set on 2-hour hair scrambles.
Yeah.
Mid-East, North Carolina. That's all they do, right? And GNCCs when they're local. And then, so this being a different format, higher intensity, more moto, I think that maybe deters some of the guys down here. Yeah, I don't know.
Possibly so. I think
but they look fun. Like that track looks sick.
Yeah.
And they're doing open practice on
the CGI one looks sick too.
Mm-hmm.
Club, obviously, but
the club didn't look as fun to me as this one did.
Yeah.
I think this one looked like probably had the most woods out of all of them, maybe except for Florida. But yeah, I don't know.
I think kind of that same thing is like people also they race the North Carolina, they race the Mid-East, they race the Citras, the we can go on and on, all the series. So I think a lot of people
and like
kind of get those weekends planned out, but not only that, get their budgets planned out. And like right now with gas and tariffs and
that's another thing,
everything going up, it's like, hey man, we budgeted out to race one season of a series, and yeah, it'd be cool to go check out another one, but I'm not going to go check out one if I'm not going to run them for points. Like, I don't know. Well, it's just it's weird because they're doing everything right.
Well, we're hitting on the North and South Carolina series, right? But this one was in Virginia. You got what, 2 Virginia series still running?
Yeah.
What, VCHSA and VXCS or something like that?
Yeah.
So like, there's 2 series up there. It's the same way. So. Yeah, I don't know.
Where's that TXCS one? The one that Strang has been racing?
I think it's in Virginia.
Oh, is it?
I think.
I wonder if VXCS changed to that or something. Because that one kind of came out of nowhere, and I've been seeing a lot of stuff about it. But anyway, yeah, to that point, a lot of options.
Which is a good thing, right? And overall, if you pulled numbers from all the series and, like, if you had some way to see, like, to not double up on your rider. So, like, let's say you take Mid-East, North Carolina, the Virginia series, all these southern local series, and don't count the people that race multiple series, right? So, let's say a Josh Toth race, like, if he raced a North Carolina and a Mid-East, just count him once, right? I bet you if you added up all the series, I guarantee you there's, like, way more people racing off-road now than 10 years ago.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look that way looking at one series because it's so spread out. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Confuse anybody?
Yeah, and I don't want it, by no means do I want this to come off as a negative thing. Like, Ethan has taken clips from the show and used it, and like we had Joey Crown on when he won, and they posted something about it, and I actually reached out to him today about some other stuff related to the series. So I don't want anything to come out as negative. I'm legitimately wondering, like, hey, they're putting in the effort, they're doing the work, they took the chance to go up and down the East Coast. It's like how and when and why does it pay off? Because, like I said, they're doing the marketing, they're doing the tracks, they're doing the broadcast. Like, it looks and feels like a premier series. It's just like, for some reason, people aren't going out to them. I wish I could, but same thing. Comes to the open weekend thing. Yeah. And when I do have an open weekend, I wanted to go race Jday, but obviously spinal issues. But then as soon as I mentioned it, I was quickly reminded it was Mother's Day. Forgot about that.
Yep.
So there was no way for me to get up there this weekend. But, yeah. Josh Toth says FaceTime audio will probably work best. Little does he know, we're doing FaceTime. Face. So we'll get him dialed in and chat with him. Yeah, it's 7:44. Zach Tussle is a racer and a financial advisor and friend of the program. He can help you win when it comes to retirement and financial planning. Hit him up, TussleInvestments.com. Like I said, I had a meeting with Tussle last week. He helps a lot of riders and a lot of people in the industry in general. He is a rider and a racer himself. But, yeah, he can talk to you, let you know exactly what you can be doing to save for the future. Or if you're already retired, he can let you know how to budget, how much money for how many series you can race throughout the year in your retirement. Hit him up, Zach Tussle. You can find him on the socials or at TussleInvestments.com. He helps us look to the future when we chat with people each and every week. So we appreciate Tussle being a part of the program as well. And, yeah, he can help you out, TussleInvestments.com. Speaking of investments, investing in himself this past weekend, taking home the big check for taking the overall win at the Jday Series. Josh Toth, like both. Welcome back to the show, man. What's going on?
Oh, not too much. Just Yeah, trying to recover from the weekend. I've been a little under the weather, honestly, since last week. So, yeah, just trying to chill and recover before the GNCC this weekend.
Dang it, man. Sounds like you had a rough go at it. If you don't mind, if you can turn your phone sideways. I know you texted me and said FaceTime audio, and we surprised you with the FaceTime face. So appreciate you taking the time out to join us.
Hey,
Sorry if
there
I
we
messed
go.
up your whole charging situation there.
Good
Um,
deal.
but no, we got you dialed in. So, dude, it seems like everyone I talk to has got a cold, or I think the flu's going
I'm
around.
sitting here hacking up, and it just started when I got here. So.
Hanovirus going around. What do you got going on?
Yeah, I don't know. I just been like really low on energy and kind of run down. I going into this weekend, I was kind of debating on racing Sunday, how poorly I felt, but turned out good.
Definitely.
It's just two short 30-minute motos, right? No big deal.
They they felt long, that's for sure.
Looks like it paid off, man. You go 1-3 on the day to take first place overall. We were just kind of talking about the track, looking at the live feed and kind of viewing some of it. What'd you think of the track this weekend? And you've raced all of them so far, right?
Yeah, yeah, it was a epic layout. I think it improved um, just a little bit wider in the woods areas this week over CGI. It allowed for a little bit more passing. The dust wasn't quite as bad too. Like we were just dealing with the drought and such dry weather down here, so that was tough at CGI. But overall, it was really fun layout and super cool motor track too.
Yeah, and I think did I see where you built the extreme section, the hard enduro section, or the enduro cross, whatever you call it?
Yeah, the extreme section. Ethan trusted me enough to come up with some wild ideas. He just sent me a picture Thursday or Friday of the materials he had to work with, and yeah, sit up there with Ian House if he was staying at my house, and ripped it out in a few hours, and then caught a flight back home with Craig.
Yeah, we were talking about him flying up to Budge Creek, but yeah, I completely spaced out on you were up there setting up the enduro cross track, and then Toth was like, "Yeah, or Craig was like, I got to fly up, pick Toth up, bring him back home." So then you drove your van up the next day, I think, right?
Yeah, I ended up going Sunday morning, but just because I wasn't feeling too hot on Saturday, so it worked out though. Like I said, it was a fun weekend, and yeah, weather turned out not too bad, not too hot.
Dude, how sick is it having a buddy that's trying to get a commercial pilot's license? I think you might be going down the pilot rabbit hole. I certainly am myself, but as of right now, Craig's trying to build out. So it's so sick to be like, yo, you want to go here? And most of the time he's like, yeah, sure. Brought you to Mississippi.
Took,
Yeah,
took.
yeah. Hey,
The
Dubs.
plane flew with both of you guys to Mississippi, raced the race, flew home, flying all around. It's pretty sick.
No, it's epic. I'm honestly just been had a ton of time to reflect when I was injured on my life and everything, and just wanted to cut down on a lot of driving in my life. And uh,
Hit up
Dude,
Craig.
the first thing that you posted the first time you flew with him, where it was like, "Oh, I lived a fulfilled life. I did what I wanted to do, so I'll fly with." What, however you worded it, made me LOL for real.
yeah, yeah, I think I was his first passenger, honestly. So
Oh man.
a little risky, but
Patient zero.
Well, luckily there's been more, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
Uh,
um. Uh. So you obviously started doing the J days up north, right? How do those compare to the ones down here? Because I have an opinion about the woods down here, and I'd like to hear what you have to say.
Yeah, definitely different. I think we're going to some larger venues with the motocross tracks are bigger than what we've had to work with in New England. So honestly, that's cool. It's been a little bit more moto based than I think New England series was in the past, but just trying to find that perfect balance and blend of motocross and off road and everything. So I think depending on the venue and the round too, it's going to suit a motocross guy over an off road. So yeah, I think it's cool to have a little bit of both.
Well, So my thought has always been on a GP series down here is just how like the type of woods we have, right? It and I've never been up north that far up north and obviously never ran a Jday up there, but those look like the woods are a lot of hardwoods, very open, not a lot of that the undergrowth that we have down here. So it opens up where you have multiple skid steer wide lines throughout the woods. And maybe that's just the camera shots that that I've seen, but down here it just seems like you get one skid steer wide, and obviously if it's not super technical and rough, there's no passing in the woods.
Yeah.
Now this weekend was different with that Caselli section, but am I off or?
No, I think you're right. You're onto something there with just the lay of the land, how it's different. He did bring in a lot of split sections, like split lanes that you'd kind of go like 50 or 100 feet away from the other lane at some point.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they're really equal. So it was cool, especially when it got a little dusty in Moto 2, when you could kind of see where a lapper was going to go. If it's going to go left or right, you just go the other way and you can make the move. So, yeah, I think he's had to get a little creative with that and just making split lanes. But I think my input was making the woods wider, but more hand cut stuff too as well. Just a lot more single track options rather than like a skid steer, because steer through the woods is nice, but it's so wide. But then you still only end up with like one bike width wide somehow because you ride right in the middle. So,
right. So,
yeah.
so would you say making like the split lines, even if they were single track, and having those split lines as single track sections?
Yeah, I would agree. Like, he broke it up a little bit right before the extreme section this weekend. There's just like a bunch of pretty tight pine trees and options to cut through different ways. I think that's the best way to go about it for sure. Just keeping the equipment and the machines out of the wood, because that ends up leaving one really good line, you know.
Right. Have you ever rode down at what's it called? It used to be called GTR down in south of Columbia. You ever been down there?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I've always thought that place would be a good place for a GP, and they've cut a lot of it out, but they used to have a lot of like pine tree sections, and I've always thought that would be perfect for, you know, this style.
No, I agree.
I think it's Masters Motoplex now, but it has had 14 different names in the past 11 years.
Yep. I seen a buddy, kind of like Josh, damn tear up a femur down there. Same day I broke my ankle or foot. Yep. That was back when it was HRD.
HRD.
Yep.
Palmetto, Motivated. The guy that owned the farm, forgot what he called it. That was GTR.
GTR.
Anyway, talking about it, man, and leading up to the show, and when we mentioned at the beginning that you were going to be coming on, kind of talked about the National Enduro Championship, kind of talked about the overall win back in GNCC, getting it done from the XC2 row, and just a lot of the success that you were having. And then last year, you and Stu swapping back and forth, still right in the hunt for that championship in the National Enduro Series again. You end up going down, breaking your femur. That has been a long road to recovery from what it seems. Obviously, you were back on the bike and riding preseason stuff, trying to get used to it, trying to get comfy. What has been the state of the injury throughout the year? And kind of just to follow that up, how good does it feel to get this win, going through everything that you've gone through and having those dark days, like you said, when you were sitting there thinking about it over the time that you were injured? I guess, where's the progress on that, and then how good does it feel to get the job done, get back in the center of a podium, and get that win?
Yeah, no, it's just been a real struggle, honestly, to get my fitness where I want it to be and the body healthy enough to like just withstand GNCC and enduros, and still be able to try to improve during the week. That's been the biggest thing. I did make it for like round one at the beginning of the year, but I was still walking like with a crutch or like a cane, for round one. So
Jeez.
I I kind of I wouldn't say totally rushed it, but um yeah, kind of just been beating it down my body, and it's hard to improve it when you're racing every weekend. So it's kind of like two steps forward, one step back, like every week.
Dang. Yeah.
But we're getting there. We're getting there.
Dude, that's
Probably looking forward to a little break here coming up, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So that's what I mean, like being a little under the weather, I was debating on doing the Jday at all, and it would be nice to have an off weekend, but like I said, 2 30-minute motos on a little bit of everything, and it was no better practice really, and I was able to win it and make some money. So
There you go.
it was awesome.
There you go. And I mean, looking back on it, you take the Moto 1 win, which kind of puts the second moto in your hands, you know what I mean, to control the race. So while you were out there, did you know who was in front of you? Were you kind of doing the math in your head? Did you know where you needed to be? Or what was going on in the second moto?
Yeah, I kind of had an idea because I know Gus went around me and passed me, and I really didn't put up too much of a fight. Like I said, kind of dragging and hanging in there, but I knew if I stayed on the podium or got up to the podium position in Moto 2, like I would surely be on the podium, if not win. So um, I wasn't sure how Jigs and Gus were hashing it out up there up front, but I was just dragging my tongue folks trying to hold off Ricky, really.
Did you see Jigs pass you in the second moto?
Um, I don't even remember if no, I don't.
Because
I
I
remember
think
seeing
I,
him
I
hit
think
the jump the first time.
yeah, I think it was on the creek jump because he
Yeah.
came out like on the. I don't know if you've watched the live feed, but dude, he came out of nowhere. Just everybody was going to the right through that creek. He just straight lined it right by the ribbon.
Some balls on him. Sure.
Did somebody
Yeah.
did somebody go out there between motos and build that up or what?
I think Gavin Simon actually did it, and because they were mentioning they were going to maybe take the whole section out or change it before Moto 2 just because of the carnage in Moto 1, and then I never got a chance to go down there, and some people e-bike down there, like said Gavin, he stacked up some sticks, like maybe it might be good once, and 'cause people are asking me about it, like, did you build that jump before the creek? I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about. And before the start, they're like, yeah, we're going right, and we're just gonna cross the creek now straight on. And yeah, I heard Gavin talking about it, and he's like, I don't know, maybe I'll hit it once, but like I said, it's only gonna hold up once. And then I thought Jigs do it. I was like, man, I'm gonna have to do it to stay at the record.
It looked gnarly.
Yeah, no, it was a little scary. I did it like probably 3 times, and then the third time, like, hung up the rear wheel and just framed it. And I was like, yeah.
Oh, no. Man, you seem to find stuff like that on your own. Obviously, the video came out, which was pretty cool. I think Dirt Pigs put it up from Old Gray, Toe Sleep, which I guess was on a sign. We didn't know that was on a sign beforehand. But, like, looking at that thing and, like, just having the thought to hit that in the middle of a race, like, and then kind of just talking about this creek jump thing, going through it. Of course, if you see it, you're going to hit it, and which you did. But
You should follow him at Brown.
no thanks. I'd end up falling off a cliff somewhere.
Yep.
But yeah, so I remember we were talking about it on Saturday night, or you were explaining to me where that big jump was and that you had hit it in the past. So how'd you have that thing scoped up, and when did you decide that you were committing to it? Because from what it looks like, it's not like you're gaining any time. It looked like just a fun line, like just to do it.
No, I saw it in 2023, I guess, when we went there the first time, and I eyed it up, and I was like, man, that'd be a pretty sick line. And I ended up hitting it in that race once or twice, and it was pretty sketchy, and I was not planning on doing it again. And then actually Nick DeFeo, before he got injured, he was out there riding and was asking me for the video of it, and he was eyeing it up and thinking about it, and he said he wouldn't do it. And then yeah, actually when I was e-biking the track, I somehow missed the Toth Sleep sign, but some kid, like, I just stopped for a second to look at it, the gap, And like I said, I didn't plan on hitting it again, but some kid just pulls up on an e-bike and he's like, "Can you imagine jumping that?" I was like, "Yeah, I can imagine."
I did it.
But then yeah, I had the issues in the first turn where I got just hit the wrong angle from just like in the first turn. Grant Baylor went down in front of me and Grant Davis plowed into the back of me and broke my foot peg off. So from there, the race was kind of over for me. So once there's some kids standing there for some entertainment, that was all me.
Dude, did you see the videos of the people that they also pointed into that line?
I did see one on somebody's story, Harwell's story.
Yeah.
So
Those kids are brutal, man.
Harwell stopped and made it, dude. Some other one of Craig's buddies actually came up to me at the track and was like, "Yo, look at this!" And there was several people that got pointed in that line that ended up doing front flips over the rock and down the hill afterwards. Oh yeah,
I did see one dude on a Yamaha.
Yeah, there was a dude on a Yamaha that went ass over tea kettle, and then there was one other video that he showed me. I forget what bike they were on, but yeah, same thing. Pointed him to it, didn't see it, and just front flipping over that rock.
No, that'd be brutal.
It'll be bannered off next year.
That's a big surprise to just happen upon.
Yeah, it would be cool if it like was a time saver though.
Till then, it's just a fun haver.
I know when I messaged you about it, he was like dodging more rocks. Just
dang.
Maybe you gotta aim for the biggest rock and jump as far as you can. And
maybe next year there'll be some twine or some striped placards to make you go out and around, and then that will be a time saver line.
yeah, that'd be cool.
It'll be outside of the placards.
Yeah.
Hey, I did talk about one foot peg. I did see you. I was in that first rock garden in the first bike only section.
Yeah.
Super gnarly uphill rock section. He comes up through there on one peg, 1 foot off, yelling at his mechanic, foot peg, and he's greasing this thing 1 foot. And I was like, this son of a bitch.
Was your bad leg, was that the foot peg that was broken off?
No. Like I was standing on my bad leg.
Oh,
that's a good way to strengthen it up.
That's what I was thinking too. I mean, that thing was wore out after the weekend, but
that's what I was trying to think, like, which way would be worse, because then if it was your good leg, maybe you could find something to put a foot on, but if it's your bad leg and a bad angle, because when you came by, I saw you guys go down at the start. Obviously, Grant, I don't know what caused him to, Baylor, I don't know what caused him to spin out, but then you kind of checked up, and then Grant Davis just couldn't get it woed down enough and went into the back and did the old foot peg delete. But the first time I saw you after that was at the 2 mile marker coming up the hill, and that's when you had a foot off and were yelling foot peg at me, and then just kept going on nimbly-bimbly on down the hill with one leg off. But, yeah, to be able to ride like that, especially when you only got your bad leg to hold you up, man, that's nuts.
Yeah, it was a bit tricky. I gave the right leg a rest a couple times on the brake pedal and rested it on there, but that was about it.
Damn, what was I about to say? Oh, Saturday, biking the track, Ben came by me and he was like, me and Josh found some lines at Brown's. I hear y'all been up there scoping out some good stuff.
Oh, yeah. We were trying to break in our GNCC bikes, or I was at least. My mechanic was in the parking lot, and I was like, I'll be gone for 10 minutes. And I got so spun around out there and just found some new trails to go on, and me and BK were gone for like 30, 40 minutes, and I was just trying to find my way back to the parking lot at that point.
I need to take you up there when there's only a couple of us and show you some of the stupid, gnarly shit that we found.
Yeah. So, no, it's endless up there, man. I love it.
That one rock slab that we did, well, you did the whole thing. I did, 3/4 of it? That was pretty ignorant. Yeah.
Good time up there.
Yeah, it is. I love it.
I kind of have avoided learning or studying a map up there at Brown Mountain because I enjoy just
getting lost
up there and then finding my way back.
Yeah, the only thing you really need to know is just stay off the trails with the numbers, and then you'll have a good time.
Yeah.
If you
when the sun's going down, that's when I find those trails. Get that.
Pretty much, if you stay within Trail 1 and 9, you can't screw up.
Yeah.
Now, if you get outside of that, you might end up in a river or on a forestry road that you could get in big trouble in. And
We need to talk to Tino and see if he ever asked Chad Reed about his experience at Brown Mountain. Do you remember seeing that?
Yeah, I remember that. They had to cross the river and go out the lower side, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Tino said that Chad Reed's his neighbor down at Club, so I told him to ask him about the time he went to Brown Mountain.
Do you know where that trail is?
I believe so. I've been down there a couple times. I probably couldn't find it straight away, but
Okay.
take a minute.
So if you've been down there, have you come back up it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
It's you can go down in some holes and just be kind of screwed. I was riding up there with somebody and we met up to do a little trail ride and then we split up. They had to leave or something and I was like, oh, I'll just ride a little bit longer. And I was up on the big slab, the exposed side.
Mhm.
We always and then I rode down that lower side and then my bike just started acting up. My fuel pump was going out.
Oh, no.
Fortunately, I was able to get it started and just make it up to the road and then coast down the mountain. But that was a couple years ago, another bike, but I thought I was stranded there.
Dang it. Speaking of the bikes, I don't want to take up your whole night. Like I said, appreciate you taking the time out to chat with us. We got one comment in here from Josh Alderfer, I think, asking if you were on a 250 or a 450 this past weekend at Jday.
I've been on the 450, pretty much the 450 all the time except for National Enduro. I've gone back to 250 there full time for that series. Just kind of don't really get out of first gear on a 450 there, but
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask, because you raced Sumter on a 450, right?
I did Sumter on a 250 and then I did the one after that
Oklahoma
on a 450 and kind of struggled a little bit. We were still figuring out setup for that, but went back to the 250 just because it's what I knew for enduro, and we had a good setup dialed in, and that's been good. But since then, I've made good progression with the 450 suspension and engine, clutch all around. So I'm considering some of the faster enduros, maybe doing 450, but the 250 is also so good. So
Speaking of different bikes, I know you got to be itching for one. When's this damn Kawasaki 2-stroke coming out?
your guess is good as mine.
I knew that's what you were going to say. You can't say, but damn it.
No,
Man.
I'm hearing September they're going to release some more info or maybe the bikes, but
God, it's been,
I,
a year and a half, it seems like? Since
Dude,
that
I
teaser
know.
video?
even me, man, bad.
Damn it,
I
man.
I got an 03 KX 250 I'm roasting out in the meantime.
Yeah, I've seen that thing. I've always wanted to get me one.
I'll sell it to you here once the 300 comes out.
No, I'm out. I'm out. You just told me you were roaching it out.
I mean,
I haven't got to
It's in
that
there.
point yet. It's still good now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's going to be 2 years from now by the time the 2-stroke comes out.
Speaking of the two-stroke and kind of Brown Mountain stuff, and even just hard enduro in general, and this year on the schedule, do you have any one-off program? Do we have any one-off races that we're thinking about? Obviously, a few years ago, before you got drugged back into the full-time GNCC gig, kind of doing a little bit of everything, taking a chip off the general's block there, and kind of going out and having fun and making your own schedule. Do you got anything on the docket for this year? A little out of the norm?
No, not really. Unfortunately, I've just been playing it by ear on how I feel and seeing where my body's at, kind of not trying to push it and try to get results at GNCC and Enduro first, but we'll see.
That's a company
maybe
man
later.
right there. That's a company man right there.
I am. I gotta do Cowie right. I mean, they've been great to me. So yeah, I feel bad not getting any great results, but it's good to win the Jday for them this past week.
There you go.
It's coming. You got some good rounds coming up. I feel like up there, Watkins Glen and then Snowshoe. That'd be a couple good ones for you back to back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, snowshoe. You got the crown going into it.
That's right. Did I bring my board?
You got to
It won't be any snow, but you should definitely bring it and show it to Stu.
turn it into a shot ski. keep it at the rig.
For sure.
Definitely take it and just taunt Stu with it because he can't get one.
You will never get this.
I'll put that on a keychain.
Yeah.
National Enduro is obviously new for me. You're a champion, not new for you. I'm still learning these things as we go. Every time we go to a round, it's a new one for me. Cherokee is one that a lot of people seem to love. It's coming up next weekend. It's one of the closer National Enduros of the year, just south of Atlanta. What is your thoughts on the Cherokee? Is that one that you typically like? Is that one that we typically love? What's your thoughts on that one?
Yeah. No, that's probably one of my favorites. I got a whole tribe of the overall trophies here in my garage. I think I've that's been my best, like most consistent. I don't think I've been off the podium there in Georgia, and yeah, the club's great, and they put on just a good event. The trails are great. Dirt is usually just perfect, I think. Sometimes we had a couple dry years, but usually the bottom and the woods just holds moisture along these creeks, and yeah, just great trail.
Hell yeah.
My man says he's got a tribe of Cherokee
tribe.
trophies.
I'm chief, man.
We need to get you back out on Lake Norman one weekend this summer when there's some off time.
Let's do it.
Hey,
Pick up a jet ski.
4th of July this year is 250th, so
Oh yeah,
Oh man.
be a big one. I think it's on Saturday too.
I heard there's a
I
big
could be wrong.
big weekend on Lake Norman coming up this weekend. Oh no, it's in June. Never mind. Sorry.
I think it's. I went last year.
Oh, did you?
Oh yeah.
All right, that's a topic for a different show.
Oh yeah.
So,
July 4th is on Saturday this year. Be a big one.
there we go. Yeah, so Toth obviously coming off the win. Looks like you got a couple big momentum builders coming up. Powerline Park this weekend. See if we can add to the tribe at Cherokee the weekend after that. Then we got a little bit of a break. Watkins Glen, Ohio National Enduro coming up. Snowshoe. A lot of stuff on the horizon. So looking forward to it, and hopefully you can keep that momentum of Jday going forward and get you back up there on the big box at the GNCC this weekend. That'd be sick. Got some time to heal up, get the sickness out.
Yeah. No, we're on the right track for sure. Moving in the right direction.
Oh, real quick, I do want to talk to you about the
Sportsmanship.
the Sportsmanship Award. We were talking about that a little bit right before you got on. Did you know that was happening? I didn't know that was happening. I don't know many people knew it was happening. But that was a pretty cool gesture. Obviously, you sacrificed your race to stay with Cody at the Hazard or the Dukes in Hazard, and that was a cool little recognition, a little cool award that they gave you before the Old Gray.
Yeah, that was cool. No, I appreciate it. I wasn't expecting it. I was pretty confused. They asked me to go up for the national anthem, I think, or for the Moto Hero Award. I thought all of XC1 was going up, so I was standing by Ben, and yeah, they called me up, so it was pretty cool. But yeah, just wishing the best for Cody. I know he's growing through it. He just got surgery last week, and he's on the mend, so yeah.
Yep, absolutely. And sick of you to take time out of your race to make sure that he was all right. So that was definitely an earned award, and it was a cool gesture all around from you and the GNCC crew. I will let you know before we let you get out of here, Eric Geese is taking all the credit for your Jday win this weekend.
He can have it, but also everyone should look at Matty Burkeen's YouTube video and see the footage of Eric Geese in that pipe double. Oh, brutal.
Dang. Yeah, I saw him posting that. I need to check it out. But no, man, cool. Congratulations on the win this past weekend. Like I said, thanks again for coming back on the show and chatting with us about it. Always a good time, and we'll see you here in a couple days up in Ohio.
Sounds good. Appreciate it.
Later,
All right.
Josh.
See ya.
See ya.
So that was Josh Toth, like both from the Rocky Mountain Red Bear Racing Kawasaki Team Green Team, taking the win at Jday. Always cool to chat with him. Never know what's going to come up. Super chill guy. But yeah, cool hearing some of those stories and checking in with him. Forgot to ask about Zach. What's Zach Toth up to? What's Mike Toth up to? We need to figure out what's going on.
Zach raced snowshoe in XC1 a couple years ago, right? You don't remember when they got the jersey screwed up?
Oh, yeah. So that jersey is right over there.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Was it 207?
Yeah.
Something was
Yeah.
the number was off.
Yeah.
How did they do that?
I don't know.
Was that on KTM?
Was that a snowshoe?
I'm
Yeah, it was when he was on KTM.
pretty sure it was snowshoe.
Yeah,
it was
so
somewhere, yeah.
they printed his jersey wrong. Obviously, Toth is 206, and they printed him a 207 jersey. So it was a factory KTM jersey that said Toth 207, which is Toth's brother's Zach's actual race number.
Yeah.
So I asked Toth, I was like, man, there'll never be another one of these jerseys, hopefully. Like, is there – I had never asked for jerseys. Like, I don't want to overstep or, like, seem weird asking for jerseys, but I was like, is there any way I could have that jersey?
Yeah.
So I think when we went up to his house to do that podcast that we did at his house, he gave me that jersey. He said that they printed two of them. He gave Zach one, and then I got the other one.
I was going to ask if his brother got one.
Yeah.
Because surely he wouldn't give you the only one if his brother didn't get one.
Yeah, I would have felt bad.
Yep.
But, yeah, I got it. It's around here somewhere.
But, man, we was talking about Watkins Glen, so Mom and I are actually thinking about going. I had circled that one on the calendar back when the schedule first came out. Like, never raced in New York. Videos from, what was it, the Tomahawk that was up there close to it.
Yeah.
Always looked cool. I don't know. Be cool to go see that part of the country. And so I hit on Mother's Day, I asked Mom, I was like, what's the chances you want to go to Watkins Glen? Well, when is it? We figured it out. I said, but not pulling the camper up there. She said, well, why not? And I said, well, look up the mileage, and it's like 650 miles roughly.
Yeah, uphill.
And I think pulling the camper to Tennessee, I got 200 miles to the tank pulling the camper, which I was hammered down, right? I was running 80 mile an hour on the way home. It cost me $160 to fill that thing up. So do the math. I think it'd be 7 fill-ups to go all the way up there and back. So over $1,100 in fuel. I was like, Mom, surely we can find us an Airbnb or a hotel or something cheaper. So I just thought about this.
So did you find one?
And she was going to book one.
Oh.
So if you'd like to split an Airbnb for that one.
So I can talk to you about this.
I just thought about that. So
yeah.
Anyway,
just have some stuff figured. So Watkins Glen. I don't know how much
it
of
looks
my
beautiful.
I don't know how much of my family you met at the wedding. I don't know if you met my Uncle Rod or my Aunt Sharon or any of them. So
I met a lot of them.
All my
don't
family
remember a lot of them.
All my family that was there from New York live 20 minutes from Watkins Glen.
No shit.
And it was like 15 minutes from the Tomahawk.
Nice.
So it was actually funny. The first year of the Tomahawk, went up there, hey, racing in the hometown. Everybody come on. My mom came up from Florida. We stayed at my uncle's house. My whole family came out to the Tomahawk. They had an easy up set up. I think my mom had a shirt made, whole 9 yards. My whole family, they're out there grilling out, barbecuing. They got everything set up, having a good time. I was racing 125 BC with Randall Irvin because that was when I was racing or I was working for Racer TV.
For the afternoon, yeah.
Yeah. So I was in the trailer. I used to be the one pressing the buttons on the Racer. It's kind of like I'm pressing these buttons here. I used to press those on Racer TV. So I had to race the morning race, and the only points-paying B class was 125 BC. Randall Irvin, who is super fast, and he's won several morning race overalls now. He races Sportsman from time to time. I think he won like an overall championship up where he's from. Nicest guy ever.
He's not the dude that wears glasses and no goggles, is he?
Maybe. I don't know.
Huh.
It wouldn't surprise me. He's kind of got like a mullet. He's super nice guy, like I said. Also super fast. Like when we were in 125 BC, he got on the overall podium a couple times with the girls.
Oh shit!
And I kept being second to him, and like that was like the peak of my racing career. That's when I was doing. It was like my best overalls at GNCC. And so we got up there, my whole family's there. I'm like, dude, I'm sticking with him. Like, I don't care what it takes. He goes to the front. He ends up top 5 overall. He ends up on the overall podium. I'm sticking with him. He's going to take me to the promised land. We're going to do it. First lap, come around, and me and him checked out. Like, we got to, like, this first field section. It was at, like, the 6-mile marker. We go through, do, like, several chicanes, and then go back into the woods. Once we got through the whole field and all the chicanes and got to the woods, I looked back, not a soul in sight. Like, me and him had dropped everybody on the first lap. And I was definitely riding over my head, but, like, felt good.
Yeah.
And sitting there riding with him, dude, and right in that next wood section that we go to, it was a really fast sweeper. So probably like 3rd, 4th gear, just a nice little dog leg sweeper, nothing crazy. Well, it was also rocky. So we're going, and all of a sudden I lose my front wheel. And it was the slowest, longest crash that I've ever had because the whole thing's tilting the whole way, but I probably went 40 feet, and I just see a tree, and the tree's coming right at me. I think I'm going to center punch this thing or hit it straight on with my head, which is pretty much exactly what I did. Bike slid out, hit it, front number plate goes into it. I bounce off the tree. I didn't get knocked out, but I couldn't see.
Ooh.
And Jared Bolton was one of the first ones to me. So I tore ligaments in both of my thumbs from where I hit, and the handlebars ripped my thumbs back, broke my collarbone. And like I said, I didn't get knocked out, but I couldn't see.
Yeah.
It was the strangest thing. Like I couldn't see.
You got blacked out.
Yeah. It was. No, I wasn't out. Like I remember the whole thing, but I remember getting up and Jared's sitting there. He's like, "Hey, can you ride back to the pits?" And I was like, I can't see anything right now. Like I can't see my bike. I can't see. It wasn't black. It was blurry. It was like opening your eyes in a pool.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I could see. Huh. And it's the craziest thing. So anyway, my whole family's sitting there waiting, and I never come back around. And then I come riding out on a 4-wheeler, and it's like, I think I need to go to the hospital. So anyway, ended up going to the hospital that I was born at. Tompkins County Hospital.
Welcome back.
So no, that was the fun little story. All that to say, that my family lives right up in that area, so we might be staying with them. I don't know if we are. I can check to see if we got some room. Save you guys an Airbnb.
Yeah. That'd definitely make it a lot cheaper of a weekend.
Or if we don't have any room, then maybe we can stay on Airbnb. But my mom is gonna go with me.
Okay.
So I don't know. We can figure something out. Yeah. But it'll be cool. That whole area is sick. Did you watch the NASCAR race this weekend?
Yes, but not all of it, but bits and pieces of it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was watching. It. First of all, I've been iRacing over here, and so and then the Talladega thing. Between iRacing and Talladega, I'm just into NASCAR now. Yeah. So I sat there and watched pretty much the whole race, but every time that they're zooming out and like doing some of the panning shots, I'm like looking. I was like, is it going to be those woods? Yeah. Is it going to be those woods, or are we going to be going over? Where are we going?
I did some Google Earth, and I did the same thing at Talladega, and just curious on where the track's going to be laid out. I mean, kind of, I'm sure it'll be similar to Talladega, where we're not, right on the NASCAR track and in the facilities of NASCAR. I'm sure we'll be kind of out the back somewhere in a field. But still gonna be sick. So I'm looking forward to it. Yeah.
I'm interested.
Long drive though.
I'm interested to see where they take us. And like when we raced at Talladega, I drove to the track and looked at it, but like Talladega is so big that you're like, it's a track. Watkins Glen would be a sick one to like go in and see the track, like with it being a road course and how long it's been around and kind of the history of why it even started in the first place.
Oh, so I don't know any of that.
Yeah, so they used to do all the races in Watkins Glen in the city, and they raced like on the city streets. So it was like one of the original like city road courses.
Okay.
And ended up like having too much accidents and property damage, so they ended up building the road course like out in the countryside to get them off the streets.
Is it the layout that it was in the streets?
I think it's
because
similar. Like I think they used it for some inspiration. Like I think the bus stop was a bus stop.
So now that you say that, looking at it, I could see that layout being a street course.
Yeah.
Because it's got a lot of long straightaways, different from like Sonoma. Sonoma's got a lot more turns, and a lot more road coursey. But that one, now that you say that, I could kind of see that. So interesting.
Yeah, and then this weekend when they took in the track limits, that really messed with people.
Oh, did that? I didn't pay attention.
Yeah, at the end of turn 1, they normally go all the way out onto the apron. Like after that long straightaway, go all the way out on the apron, like over the curb and come back in.
Yeah.
And then they put tire blocks like right there on the right by the curb, so you couldn't swing it out wide.
Yeah.
And then the very last turn, they moved it in like 4 feet, so you couldn't swing out wide going into the finish line. Which I get, and the going into the bus stop, they took the curb out there, so the track limit is the guardrail. So now you saw them dudes getting like an inch away from the guardrail.
Oh shit!
Going through there, but yeah, it's kind of interesting to see some of the changes.
Yeah.
What about Supercross? I know you watched Supercross this weekend.
Dude, it was sick. I mean, the race was good. It wasn't as good as I was hoping it would be. Like, they obviously didn't battle to the finish because Hunter reckoned, but it was awesome to see. Dude, badass to see Kenny win. I mean, after everything he's been through, like, and I've heard some stuff he's said this week, like, never, ever thought that he'd be back to championship contention. And, he's even mentioned, like, taking the number 1 plate and running, like, being done after it.
Dude, I was sitting there thinking about that. Why not?
Yeah.
Like, why not just take that thing and sail into the sunset?
Do him like a farewell tour. Do 5 or 6 races. His favorite ones throughout the year.
Yeah, running the number 1.
Just to run the number 1 plate, like A1, Daytona.
There's not many people that get to go out on top in any sport. And like the culmination of his career, I think he's 32 or 33.
Yeah.
But kind of like that, I can't believe that his arm incident was 10 years ago. Like they were talking about that. That was 10 years ago. And I remember when that was happening, the doctor that he went and saw came out and said that pretty much every surgery that he's ever, or every person that he's performed that surgery on, those patients never use a utensil with that hand again.
Yeah.
Like, I remember him saying that at the time. I was like, oh, no. And then Kenny works his way back. And not only that, but the bike that he won it on, he won it on a Suzuki, which might as well be a 2017 Suzuki.
Yeah.
With a kickstart. And he wins the Supercross championship after all these years. I texted the America group, our group chat, and I legitimately mean that I have never been so excited to see someone win a championship.
Yeah.
Just everything on the line. Like, I like Cooper Webb. I like Eli Tomac. Like, those guys winning is super cool. Cooper getting 3. Like, that was a big deal last year. Mm-hmm. But for Kenny to win after everything he went through.
That was sick.
And to your point, too, like, him and Hunter both got out to the start.
Yeah.
And then Kenny makes the move early, and he gets out in front. And, like, the whole time, dude, like, my heart's pounding. I'm sitting up, and I'm like, dude, oh, my God, I can't believe this happened. So, like, I'm like, man, don't mess up. Don't get past. Yep. And then the commentators are building it up like, hey, Hunter's going to do this late race charge.
Yeah.
And so I'm just sitting there, like, nervous. And then he goes down, Hunter messes up.
Well, he went off the track.
Yeah.
And I was literally, the words were coming out of my mouth. I was like, man, when he makes a mistake like that, like, he's good at making another one right after.
Keep coming,
and literally, I didn't get the words out quick enough, and he's washing the front into that turn.
Yeah.
But, dude, I think Prado catching those guys kind of put Hunter in a scenario to push, and maybe that's what caused those mistakes.
Yeah, putting the pressure.
Paying attention to him coming in the back, because Prado don't give a shit. He don't like Hunter. He was coming up there. He was going to pass him.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Prado at the line going up and talking to Kenny.
Dude, that was That was the gayest thing that happened all night. Like, go by, pat him on the back, good job, whatever. He was there for like 2.5 minutes, it seemed like.
Yeah.
Dude, get out of there.
So that's what I was going to say. It did seem like he was super pumped. So, obviously, in that situation, like, it seems he had a clear favorite. So, like you said, maybe putting the pressure on Hunter and forcing him into it. But, it did feel like he was still in the moment a little bit. Like, Roxon was kind of trying to soak it all in, and he's
get out of
patting
there.
him. And
did you see him flick off Cooper Webb over the finish?
I didn't. I heard about it.
Yeah. Oh, because Cooper kind of ran it in at the finish. Prado turned around and flicked him off, and then they kind of got into it.
Cooper called him a fast Vince Freese.
Yeah, I mean, not wrong.
But no, that was worth talking about because, like I said, just Ken Roxon winning that thing. It was obviously want to see a Yamaha up there, but if not,
sick.
like that's the guy. Especially like the Pro Moto Championship and just how good he's been for how long he's been. And like I don't know a single person that hates Ken Roxon. I don't know how you can hate Ken Roxon.
I didn't like him when he first came over here because I didn't like his voice. But it's changed.
What up, Ken Roxon?
Yeah, he sounds American now. So, and then the 250 race was sick too.
Yeah,
I mean, it was good to see them two kind of Davies and Deegan battle it out and
Deegan take himself out.
Well, not just that, but it was good to see somebody give Deegan the business,
Yeah.
like not be scared of him. So that was kind of that kind of made me think like changing of the guard in that 250 class. Like, Cole's gonna kill those guys next year.
Yeah.
In
But then
Supercross.
at the finish line, Deegan was like laughing about it. Like went over to him, was laughing about it, and like dapping him up, like, "Oh, okay, so we're good."
Yeah.
I thought there was gonna be some bad blood or something.
I thought that was pretty cool too. Like Deegan dishes it out like that. At least he can take it.
Yeah.
So
It's gonna be interesting to see him on 450s and getting a front row seat to the Jet show, maybe.
yeah, man, I think he'll be good. I don't think he'll win the championship this year, but I wouldn't be surprised if he wins a moto at Paula. And then I also think he's gonna wreck some. But
It'll be interesting to see. It's so crazy because Deegan's one of them dudes that like we've all been watching since he was like 4 years old.
Yeah.
And now 6 250 championships, if you include the SMX championships, which I know is here or there. But still, what he's done, most 250 wins in Supercross history.
He's never missed a 250 race.
Yeah.
He's never, in however many years, he's never missed a 250 race.
That's a crazy stat right there.
He crashed out of Vegas last year when he broke his collarbone, screwing around with Joe. But other than that, that's nuts. Supercross, motocross, SMX, never missed one. He missed his nations because I guess he doesn't love America. But
wasn't it like a shoulder or a collarbone or But speaking of,
and then also another crazy stat: Yamaha in the 250 class in Supercross went 16-1.
Jeez,
they only lost one race, and that was to Hammaker.
Didn't Shimoda win the first one?
He was on the podium. Like he was second. No, because Pierce Brown won the first East and Anstey won the first West, and then I think Hammaker, McAdoo.
Yeah,
because we had to hear him talk about his sister.
Yeah, I don't know. I get super excited for A1,
but 16-1,
and then watch some races, and then I zone out for a while, and then
that's
I watch
a record.
The finale.
Like they beat Honda. I think Honda one year went like 15-2 or 14-3 or something like that. But yeah, 16-1. The only way to beat it's to be perfect for a manufacturer.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's wild.
I mean, what can blue do for you, baby? That just revs it out of my heart hearing that. Right there.
I was waiting on that.
So no, it was cool. It was nice to sit down and watch it. Like I said, I couldn't hardly move Saturday night, so did what we could. But checking in with our Rocky Mountain ATVMC SMX fantasy group that we had going on. Forgot to check in with it throughout the year, but taking the win with 849 points, ranked 83rd overall, which is pretty solid. Double digits, pretty solid considering how many people are in the damn fantasy world. Cooper 739. It says Paige Wolford. I'm not sure who that is, but Paige, won and got 83rd overall. In the OTP fantasy group, Alan Riddle got second. McGee 62.94, third on the podium for the year.
Well, we know who
I think
won.
we had like 200 and something people in that group too.
And we know who won the Pulp OTP group because we got smoked by America.
Curtis.
Yeah.
Where did he finish overall?
I think 16th. I'm pulling it up now.
See if we can pull that up too. Might as well check in with both of them here. Our buddy, Curtis Compton, all year long, dude, he's been like inside the top 10.
Killing us.
I think he got up to second at one point.
Is it second or he wasn't ever first. He was second. I think he was second. Yeah, he finished 26th overall.
Solid.
Dude.
Firm winner of the America group and the On the Pipe podcast group.
And he took all of our money. So we have a Pulp MX America league that we all first of the year we all threw $20 in. And yours truly won it last year, wanted to defend my title, and Curtis absolutely smoked us, beating him by 470 points, and beat Wolf by 133 points.
Man, that damn pissed me off. It ruined my whole season. Obviously, I wasn't doing very good, but I was hanging in there, have some good seasons, or have some good races every now and then. But then every weekend, I'm out of town for a race, and I get to the first spot where it doesn't work at, and then the next place I was in, it didn't work at. There was like 2 or 3 weeks in a row where my picks didn't work, or I couldn't do it from wherever I was at. A couple of them, you were there, so I couldn't ask you to do it. Never asking Tyler Bruton to do it again because he threw away my whole season last year.
He forgot to make your pick?
Yeah. I sent it to him. He said, yeah, I got it. And then I was like, I would have done really good that night with my picks. And I was like, dude, I can't wait to see this. I'm pumped. And then Tyler was like, oh.
I'm pretty sure that weekend I told you to send them to me and you didn't.
I don't know.
I'm 90% sure about it.
I don't know.
But
Either way, left me high and dry.
that's a good question.
Yeah,
I was wondering the same thing.
A couple things in the YouTube chat here. Austin Hurst says, what's going on with Johnny G? Don't know.
I haven't heard anything.
Yeah. I mean, we had him on the show, and he kind of talked about all the stuff he went through last year. I imagine that it's a continuation of all of that going on. Came out and won Big Buck. Looked like no one could beat him.
Yeah, had the chief.
And then I don't think he finished Florida, did he?
Mm-mm.
And we haven't seen him since.
No, because something happened. Something happened in between there. I thought. I don't know. But then he showed up at a couple sprints, not GNCCs, and then he hadn't been at those either.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I haven't heard anything.
Yeah, hopefully,
mystery.
Hopefully, whatever it is, we can get a solution and get him back out on the track. I think the world's better when Johnny G is out there on the race course with everybody.
Yep.
So we'll see what ends up coming of that. And then Tyler Brown says, does the off-road Husky team disappear with the MX SX team? From what I know, or excuse me, I can't say that. From what I've heard, definitely don't know anything to be true, but from what I've heard, the rumors around the pits, it seems like there's going to be a factory Husqvarna team. It does sound like they're going to need a new title sponsor. But yeah, trying to not go into too much detail of things that I've heard.
So in the Husky Supercross press release, it was like, we're still going to provide support to whoever wants support, like for the factory services, suspension, and engines. Wonder if it's going to be the same way for the off-road side.
I guess the best way to say it, so it seems like Rockstar's out completely, and that leaves Husqvarna searching for a title sponsor. So I don't know how it works, but the things that have been floated around is there's currently another Husqvarna semi in the pits right now. That maybe that could be like the whole Landers situation. We saw him go to factory gas and then factory KTM. So maybe we see the factory team change over and run out of the racecraft Husky thing. Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, there's no telling this far out, but it seems like if they were going after a new title sponsor and they could find it, that they'd still keep running the same program that they're running with Factory or with Rockstar Husky, as far as like the semi is concerned and the mechanics working out of the California office and that kind of stuff. It seems like if they could find a title sponsor to keep it going, but from what I hear or what's been floating around, it seems like, and Corey Steed posted something the other day, like a story about it. Who was it? Someone originally posted the scene from Wolf of Wall Street where he said, "I'm not fucking leaving." And it said, "When people ask me if there's going to be a factory Husqvarna team," and then Corey shared it.
Yeah.
And so that leads me to believe that they got something in the works if they're not leaving. So I don't know. It's an interesting thing. That
you
whole
just dropped an F-bomb on the show, making up for Craig.
I censored it. I censored it. I said,
dude, do you remember when Rockstar made them post the drinking the Rockstar can videos? All the riders,
the off-road ones.
just everybody. The Supercross guys had to do it. You remember those?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Tyler Brown says that fancy KTM headquarters in Cali is going to be the next Spirit Halloween.
That's funny. That's pretty good.
I hear they're already renting out space in the building.
Are they?
Other people, yeah, that's what I've heard.
Oh, shit.
So, yeah, I don't know. Hopefully they can figure it out. Because same thing, dude. More semis in the parking lot is good for everybody. It is, I don't want to say weird, but, I mean, there's something to one company controlling 3 OEMs. And especially in a situation like this where it seems like they got their future figured out and they're not going completely away, but something like this happens and you start thinking about potential of 3 factory teams on the bubble, not knowing what's going to happen. I mean, we saw Gas disappear next year. There's rumors that Husky might disappear next year. So then when you look at the broad spectrum of manufacturers, to lose 3 or 2 or 1, I mean, that's a big deal. So I don't know. Hopefully they can figure out, once again, I purposely didn't look into that situation because I'm not nearly qualified to speak on it. So I don't know what they got going on, but hopefully they can get it figured out. Because there's Yamahas on the track that need to be in front of them. You know what I mean? Need to see it happen.
There's one in here is Toth the Jew Hill of Woods. I think that's from Chris. I think 5 Moto X's. Old Von Cannon.
Is it? He's hiding from us in here behind usernames?
I think so. I think that's who that is. Yeah, I'd say so.
Very creative rider.
Dude, I'm telling you, I was serious about you need to follow him around Brown. Dude, even just on a little single track, he's hitting shit that would never think to hit. Like cutting a corner that was like a creek coming down with a tree that you go around the tree and there's a gap, a little waterfall. He just cuts a corner and hops over it. Just stuff like that. And dude, the year we was up there and he was bouncing between these massive boulders. Ignorant. Stupid.
Not to mention backflipping a 125.
He didn't do that at Brown.
To dirt. He didn't do it at Brown.
No.
Sand pit in New England. Yeah. Yeah. He's one of those guys who's just like pure talent. You know what I mean?
Yep.
TJ Snow was another guy like that. I've talked about it on here a bunch, but like Toth and TJ are the two. Like they look like little bunny rabbits hopping through the woods. You watch them ride, it's just beep, 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 beep. They could go ride a mud race, come back clean. I don't get it. But just very creative with line choices and stuff like you said, just seeing things differently. It's always cool to watch them.
Wasn't he the one that you kept catching on video at Big Buck falling in the mud, Toth?
So I should have brought that up with him. When I was talking about the foot peg, it's like when his foot peg fell off, he knew I was going to be there.
Yeah.
Because I'm there every time something bad happens to Toth. I don't know what it is, but it wasn't just at Big Buck. Like, for whatever reason, whenever Toth falls at races, it happens to be at my feet. He ran out of gas right in front of me at Camp Coker.
Remember that.
Like,
on the Honda,
of a 13-mile track, he runs out of gas literally from me to you.
Damn
and just comes coasting to a stop. I caught him crashing in Oklahoma. He crashed right in front of me. Big Buck, he crashed right in front of me. Talladega, he crashed right in front of me. I guess Old Gray counts because I was in the second turn, and I watched him crash in the first turn, and then saw him with his foot peg hanging off.
Dude, have you ever heard of the Tall Boys and Track Masters show?
I haven't.
Sounds like a good time.
Sounds like a lot going on. Tall boy. Oh, probably beers. I was thinking like physically tall boys.
Dude, come on.
No short people allowed.
No.
It took me, dude. It took me a minute.
Them boys drinking beer and talking some.
Tall boys
Track
and
Masters.
Track Master show. He says, "What's your guys' thoughts on the upcoming Blackwater movie? Love the show, boys. Keep up the good work."
When's it coming out?
Who knows?
I've been seeing a bunch of clips on Facebook.
Yeah.
And they made a post that said.
I saw one of Fred Andrews this week.
They said. They made a post that said, if we follow you or if we add you on Facebook, add us back because we're trying to sell the movie to a streaming platform and it helps.
I saw that.
So I was already following it, but some of the clips are pretty cool.
So Todd, the guy that's making the film, he reached out to me after Big Buck last year. He's like, man, I just went through your YouTube channel. I was like, how do you get this stuff up so fast? Like, you have a bunch of really good footage. Like, really love this. Like, would you like to contribute to the movie and let's work something out and we use your footage for the movie? It's like, yeah, absolutely. It's like, I'll be at all the rounds because they weren't at all the rounds. They were just at some of them. So like, I'll be at all the rounds. I'll be happy to get it to you. And we have this really long, nice, good conversation. And at the very end of the call, it's like, just so you know, you might want to double check with them and see how they feel about working with me, because I'm me, and I do this little show and all that. He's like, oh yeah, it won't be a problem. Dude, we talked for like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it won't be a problem, but yeah, I'll get back to you. And what I'll do is I'll give you a hard drive at every round, and you can just put your stuff on it, and then we'll figure out credits and compensation and stuff like that at the end. It was like, all right, cool.
Sounds great.
Never heard from him again after that.
Did you follow up with him?
Yeah, I did. Like a couple rounds later, I was like, I guess you didn't get good news when you asked about me. He's like, what are you talking about? Oh, no, just at the end of the season. We'll get it all at the end of the season. Like, oh, you told me every round before. Didn't hear from him at the end of the season either. So, yeah, I guess one, I know I'm not important in the grand scheme of things, but the fact that like this show largely is a GNCC show. Mm-hmm. Like, we talk about other stuff. We don't go in depth on anything like we do GNCC. And I've been covering it for 10 years. I've been doing the show for 8 years. And kind of just very involved in the sport. Like, I was an announcer for Racer TV. I ran cameras for Racer TV. I was in the booth for Racer TV. And we're talking about what's going on in every single one of these races every week. And so it would have been cool from like a media standpoint because when I first got into it, dude, it was Mason Rader, Ken Hill, and me. Yeah. That was it. And now they gave out like 30-something media vests. Everywhere you look, there's media vests. There's content coming out. There's new, fresh content coming out everywhere you look. There's a lot of media people there. And it's kind of like just growing through that whole process. And like when Mac Faint first came on the scene, like just kind of took everything over with what he was doing and like providing something new and like the emotion in the photos and everything that led him to now. But just kind of documenting the sport, like it would have been cool to play a role in it, even if it's just giving my footage or even like I told him, I was like, dude, if you want me to hype up some storylines, like I'll do an interview and do it. It would have been cool to be involved.
Pull some clips from the show or something, for some audio because, I've seen that a lot in like some of these like preview shows and stuff and whatnot they do for a Supercross. They'll pull the podcast and stuff audio from a bunch of different ones, and it's always adds some insight. Yeah. To the film. But.
See, I wonder that, and like I sit there and think it's like I'm probably gonna be watching that movie, and there's gonna be a segment. Not all things with GNCC is positive. Sometimes there's wannabe media people that just aggravate everything.
There's a show on Tuesday night that just stirs a bunch
and
of
go
drama.
And completely lie about everything that's going on, and then it cuts to a clip of Grant Davis is gonna be the XC1 champion. I hope there's not just a bash segment on OTP.
Yeah,
that would suck. Hopefully, I didn't give him any ideas. No, but I was sitting there thinking about it.
If you get paid for it, who cares?
I I don't think I would at that point, but I don't know.
Well, they'd have to pay you.
No, but like I said, I don't want that to. I know I say this a lot. I don't want that to come out the wrong way. But it was just been. I was so excited about it, and same thing. Like I said on here, like if I won the lottery this weekend, dude, I'd probably still be at Snowshoe. I'd probably still be at Watkins Glen. Like I love this.
Just be a different way getting there.
Yeah, flying private.
No, don't
real
do that.
plane.
No, don't fly private. Nope.
But not like I'm passionate about it, dude. Every time I get so jaded and like burnt out and like hate the world, I show up to a race and at the end of it, it's like, dude, that was sick.
That's fun.
Like this is so, and seeing championships come down to the wires and doing the storylines of it, like it's what I love. So obviously when I saw that the movie was coming out, I was like, man, it would be so sick to be a part of that because I didn't start making money in this sport till 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And so the first 5-6 years, I floated it. Like it cost me money to go do everything that I was doing, and I do it because I love it and because it was cool. And at the time, I had a job that paid me, so I didn't need to make money in dirt bikes.
Well, and dude, just the places that it can take you. I mean, it's taken you a lot more places than it has me. But like, dude, we really do some cool shit. I mean, even if it's just going to the race, hanging out, being around dirt bikes and four-wheelers and all this other, and talking to, like, some badass dudes. I mean, I can promise you, I grew up watching, the GNCCs and knew nobody, right? Didn't know anybody that raced, nothing. Just always been a fan. Used to go to Still Creek when I was a kid, right? And then start racing dirt bikes, and then kind of, as you kind of get older and you meet people, like, dude, the year Strang won his championship, 2010? I had no idea who the guy was, right?
Yeah.
And then, like, now we're friends.
Yeah.
And same with, like, Toth. I remember when he started racing, just like, who the hell is this guy? And then he, he's a badass, wins his championship. Didn't know the guy, never talked to him.
Yeah.
Now I can say we're friends. I mean, I can, I got his phone number. I can hit him up and say, hey, man, let's go ride at Brown Mountain. Same thing with, like, Ben Kelly. Dude, I was biking the track at the Old Gray. Ben came up from behind. Like, I didn't know he was there. He's riding beside me and said, man, me and Josh found some sick lines up at Brown. I was like, hell yeah. He said, I'm ready for the Thanksgiving ride. And I was like, sweet. And it's shit like that. Like, I don't know. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, and that, this show's provided a lot of that for me, too. And obviously, you've gone to Dominican Republic, fucking Oklahoma, Nevada.
Yeah.
Dude, all over the place.
Talladega. We talked about it.
Bastard.
We talked about it
that. Still mad about Talladega. And you know what's going to make me even more mad? All that hyping up that y'all did about Talladega and how much fun you had. And then you won't show up at the 600 in the infield and have a real experience, a real side of NASCAR. Not sitting in a damn suite, AC, free food. No, we got Dunkaroos and platforms and, oh, yeah.
Every year, I wish I could go to the 600. I see you guys having a good old time in the infield, dude. Bums me out.
And then you don't show up.
Because I'm always out working.
What are you doing this year?
Out working.
Where?
I think that's the Cherokee National Enduro.
It is next weekend, ain't it?
Yeah.
Well, guess
what?
Is
it 600 next weekend?
Yeah,
I think it is. Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that
I already checked it. Because especially after the Talladega thing, so I'm going to every NASCAR race I can.
All right, well, here's the deal. There's a truck race on Friday night. There's an Xfinity race on Saturday.
I got to go to Atlanta Thursday.
Jesus Christ.
I know, dude. It sucks.
Was the Cherokee one of them Saturday events?
No.
Damn.
But I have a doctor's appointment in Atlanta.
Well, what time will the Enduro be over?
They normally get over at like 2.
All right.
1 or 2.
All right.
What time? Oh, what time's the race start?
It don't start till 6.
I can make it, dude. I could probably make it for the race.
Get Craig to fly you.
I got to talk. Well,
you could land in Concord.
I have to drive unless I can send Mindy back with the truck in a YZ 450 FX.
Well,
We'll find a way to make it happen.
dude, you make it.
Because then Mindy's coming, so that means I think she's listening right now. At worst case scenario, she can drive. I can get all my work done in the truck on the way home.
She
So
can
then-
drop you off.
Yeah.
And she can come out, and I'd leave a brand new YZ450 in the bed of the truck. But
Hey, Craig flew me into Concord Regional once. We can do it again. No, it would be sick to find a way to make it happen.
fine,
yeah,
whatever. She said fine.
Oh, see, look, there we
Yeah,
go.
she's good with it.
So no, it was cool to like you were saying, kind of the stuff that the show has brought. And last week after Caleb was on, I told you guys a story about the first time I met Caleb.
Yeah, riding backwards at the Bennex.
Yeah, that was a different time.
Oh.
Yeah, that was the first time I interacted with Caleb, and I got cussed out and yelled at. The second place I ever rode a dirt bike in my life was the Bennett compound, which happened to be where Charlie Mullins and Caleb Russell trained at. So I
Was that story not on the show?
No.
Oh,
It was
at
afterward.
dinner.
I was
Oh,
at dinner, yeah.
My bad.
So I just hop on this little trail and I'm riding, and next thing I know, there's 2 factory KTMs coming at me, and I was going the wrong way, and I had no idea, and got yelled at. So the next time I met Caleb was at Snowshoe in 2014 or 2015, and I had him sign my shirt, and then I was sitting there thinking about it. It's like, dude, like now, like I feel like I'm buddies with him and like friends with a lot of these guys, and it's just weird to think about the progress. Like I used to get like the starstruck feeling with those guys, and now it's like texting them, "Hey, you want to come on the show?"
Yeah, right.
It's like it's cool that the evolution of it, and kind of the same thing too. Not really because of the podcast, but like Strang. I saw him at races, knew he was local. Like we talked, we were cordial.
Yeah.
Then COVID happened, and me and Strang played Warzone for 4 hours a night, 5 days a week, depending on where the race was that weekend.
Yeah.
And Lyndon would join us every now and then. But yeah, for like a few months there, dude, playing Call of Duty for hours every single day, and like that's how I became like buddies with Strang is over that. But yeah, it's kind of cool to see the evolution of things.
That's pretty much when I really met Strain too, was during COVID. I think it was Kate Riddle had a birthday party. Not really party, but the Riddles and the Strings were already friends, and they invited me over. Lyndon was there. Fired up some margaritas and some bush lattes and sang Courtesy the Red, White, and Blue on the back porch
Hell yeah.
at Riddles, and got Riddle to bust out the guitar, and next thing you know, we're buddies.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's cool.
Cam had to drive Josh home in the bed of the truck that night. Good times.
Hell yeah.
But there was no racing. Racing was canceled. Lyndon got deported the next day. We lost.
Is that
him.
when he got lost?
We lost him that night.
Oh man.
It was good times.
Good times.
But
anyway, that's how I feel about the movie.
no, I think the movie's gonna be sick.
It is going to be sick. I can't wait. Especially like some of the interviews that they've already done.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see how they mix it all up and like tell the old stories, like the Blackwater stories and the foundation of GNCC, and it'll be cool to see how it all comes together.
Was it on here that somebody brought up they was gonna run another race in another Blackwater in that town?
What? I don't know. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I just don't know if it was on the show, if it was a message. But yeah, someone said that they were planning another one. I don't know if there's any truth to it.
Yeah. Be sick.
But no, it's cool.
We miss anything in the notes?
Yeah. Just the third one that I was sitting here debating on whether or not to bring up or not.
I say at this point,
I don't want to offer any opinions. If anything, I just give the facts and give people's insight.
Honestly, I just thought about this. You know what we should do? We should wait until something else happens. Because you know it will.
Yeah.
Oh, I got to tell you something after the show, too.
We just hereby request integrity of all team personnel in the woods.
And riders.
At off-road races.
Yeah.
And riders. And don't do things so blatantly obvious to ruin people's races or screw them up on camera of the live broadcast. We'll leave it at that.
That's all I got to say
I
about
prepared
that.
an edited video. to show
Well,
on the
save it.
program of what we're
Save
talking
it.
about.
Or post it.
We saved it last week. We ran
Or
out of
po-
time
or
last
po-
week.
Or post it. Just post it.
Mark Tilley from Dirt Bike Mag really wants me to post it.
Does he?
Yeah. See, now I hate bringing it up. Now I'm dangling a carrot in front of everybody.
Let's see the video. What? Why are you looking at me like that? It's your show. Live leak. Is it on this computer?
It kind of goes the same way. There's not going to be any repercussions. There's not going to be any consequences. The only thing it's going to do is make people mad. So
No balls. Kevin Campbell said no balls.
now we built it up too much. I don't know. Final call. What do you think?
You always flip a quarter for it.
What they going to do? Take your birthday? So I will say the one person in question is the only person that has called me out to my face before. So maybe I should go talk to him first. Say, hey, what do you think people would think if I showed this video?
And show him the video.
Yeah.
You won't do it. I second Kevin Campbell's comment on that. No balls.
You're the one in front of the computer.
I just
trying to-
asked you if it was on this computer.
Yeah, it is. We're
Oh.
trying to turn over
So this one?
a new leaf. We're trying to be
Where's it at?
it's an actual video.
This one.
Yeah.
It's only 1 minute and 12 seconds.
Yeah, I know.
You may play it?
There's a lot of people in here watching now.
Is there?
Yeah.
How many?
69 right now.
Oh, perfect.
That's a good number to see someone trying to F somebody up. So, all right, restart. I don't want to stir up the drama, but this is worth noting because we talk about like the incident with like Cody Barnes crashing, all these guys crashing. There's been a lot of gnarly injuries in this sport, and I think that's what bothers me the most about this whole thing is last week in the Racer TV broadcast, they played a replay of a video. And
Same camera shot, the 2 mile mark. Watch this. So Stu Baylor on the charge, and then Jordan Ashburn wheeling manual over.
All right,
that
so
rock,
right there,
and going to cut to the.
you see a pit board held up. This is like 2 hours into the race. But they played it in slow-mo and they replayed it. And watch this. So go back just a little bit more. All right, pit board is out with an outstretched arm right at like number plate level, eye level. All right, now go forward again. See if we can go slow. Pit board. Rider in front goes up, pit board goes up. And I do have sources very close to this situation that said that they got hit in the face with a pit board. So not egregious contact, but to the point where it might have been slight contact. Now, they're fighting for the win. Stu's out in front. Jordan Ashburn's in second. You think, hey, maybe he just really wanted Jordan Ashburn to see that pit board. And that's why it was held out there the way that it does. So then we keep playing the video. Let's go back and look at, I don't know, every single other time that he held a pit board up in this same exact spot throughout the rest of the race. So once again, that was like 2 hours in. All right, see right there, pause it. Oh, see, look, we already missed it. All right, pit board. Held in, and then as the team rider comes by, pit board is flashed at knee height. All right, we'll go to the next one. Same rider, same location. You see the video right there. The pit board is held in. Go back to that last one real quick. The pit board is held in, turned away so Stu cannot see what's on the pit board. As soon as Stu goes by, it's the one before this one.
Nope.
As soon as Stu goes by, the pit board is then turned out once again at knee height. But you can kind of see him cover it because he don't want Stu to see what's on it, which, I mean, that's how it should operate. You don't want him to see what's on the board. You don't show him the board. So right there.
There's nothing even on the board.
Yeah, maybe it's just grainy. Okay, so right there. Stu goes by, flashes it, knee height, super low to the ground, so Jordan can see it. We go to the next one. Stu goes by.
Nothing out.
Not a rider in sight. Here comes the rider. Knee height, stick it out, pull it in for Mike Wachowski. Or was that Jordan?
That was Jordan.
Okay. All right, so yeah, keep going. We don't need to replay these ones.
Just make sure we had it right. Yeah.
Yeah, so Jordan. All right. Same spot. This one's quick. Pause it, but you can see right there, pit board went out low, knee height to Gus.
No, that's Mike.
No, I think that one's Gus, isn't it?
Nope.
Oh, that one is Mike. Okay. So, yeah, same thing. Low. Go to the next one here. Low. Brings it in. Doesn't want him to see it. Which, same thing. I support not showing competitors the pit boards. Right there was Mike again. Once again, pit board low. Get the rider to see it. Pull it back in. I think, is that the last one? Or no, it keeps on going on. Same thing. Low. Show it to him. All right, now go back to the first one. Towards the end of the race, battle for the lead. Pit board's held all the way out and follows his head with it. I think that's what makes it look even worse, is that he follows his head up and down with it. Now, I don't know who this team personnel person is, but they obviously have a Phoenix Honda sign. And this just, like I said, I don't want to harp on it, but like when you look at everything that happened with that race, you go into like, I don't even want to say team tactics, but when you look at this stuff, and this is all from the Racer TV broadcast. And I've checked with Racer TV in the past, Tim Cotter and Adam, and asked if I could use the stuff. They said, yeah, as long as you keep the logos and stuff in it. But it's one of those things where they're going through a rock garden. It's a fast section. They're battling for the lead. And one, out of all the times that they go by there, it's held out in front of a rider's face, moving around with it. It seems very, very distasteful at best.
Which I told you this before the show. My opinion on it is not as strong as yours, and definitely not as strong as Craig's was when we talked about it last week. And kind of watching those, when they came through that time, they were closer than they were any other lap. And also,
there was another one I left off where they were the same. They were even closer, but it was Stu right in front and Jordan right behind him. Mm-hmm. And the pit board was held in, and he never put it up because he couldn't get it in without showing it to Stu, so he never put it up.
Well, and then and the other ones that we saw, that the where the pit board was in Stu's face, Jordan kind of went further to the inside there as well. So I almost wonder if, heat of the moment things happened to where he didn't know where to put it and was just trying to get Jordan to see it. Now, yeah, I think it definitely is weird that went up and down, and maybe he was just trying to miss Stu's helmet, but then it sounds like he might have hit Stu in the helmet with it, which obviously not hard. It's hard to see in the video too. Yeah, I don't know.
It isn't a thing of him smacking him in the face with it. It's a thing of covering up his eyesight.
Yeah, definitely covering up his eyesight. And yeah, that's a little shady, a little questionable, but I don't know. I like to think everybody's out for good, and doesn't have ill intent, but there's been a lot of things that's happened that
I think they need to take his birthday. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's just.
I'm not saying that I disagree with you. I'm just trying to. I'm looking at it a little bit different, but yeah, I do think that could screw you up if you're blinded by a pit board.
Yeah, and like I said, I don't think it's as simple as an honest mistake based off of every other time that he did
down low.
Yeah.
Which, to be honest,
and following him up and down. Wouldn't you want to get it around the rider so your rider could see it, not follow directly in line with his head?
Which, and I'll be honest, where he had the pit board way down low, I don't think I'd ever seen it either. I mean, who's staring at the front fender? Which I guess that section's uphill, so maybe, I don't know.
I don't know. To me, it just seemed not good. And to play devil's advocate, not even devil's advocate, but the other side of it, like in forefront honesty, there were things written on pit boards from Stu's team that should not have been written on pit boards.
Yeah.
Words do hurt. Might need, So I'm not saying so. Tempers were flaring. Obviously, this was a battle down to the wire. There was things written on pit boards that Jordan was seeing from Stu's pit boards, and one of the people that wrote stuff on pit boards told me that they wrote some things they probably shouldn't have wrote on pit boards and said something about it. And so I understand, like, in the moment, tempers are flaring. I'm sure that there was already stuff going around about the line that came into question because GNCC was there. So obviously people knew something was going on with that line. So it's like tempers were flared in the moment. I think, I think it was a heat of the moment thing. I don't think it was a heat of the moment accident. I think it looks like it was pretty intentional.
Right.
But it's just like the precedent that it sets of. And like I said, all of this is from the live broadcast. He was standing right in front of whoever it may be, was standing right in front of the Racer TV camera, and that was pulled from the live feed.
And I kind of agree with Kevin here. Why even necessary to have a pit board there? You know how close he is. You know what you got to do. You got to pass the guy. He's the only one in front of you.
Yeah.
Unless they're just giving a gap back to third, which I think at that point they were all still pretty close, but I don't think Jordan at that point cared about his gap to third. It's not like they were catching him. You know,
maybe the pit board said clip banner made line. Just kidding. Just kidding. But yeah, I don't know. We didn't get to that last week. I do think it is worth noting because what if he throws that up and Stu hits a rock, goes head first into a tree?
Well,
then what? Is it still just a simple little he's just clowning around?
No, probably not. But that's worst case scenario. Extreme kind of thought.
Yeah,
but
I didn't like it.
Yeah, well,
and if it was someone I was friends with doing that same thing, I think I would show it too and say I don't like it. Love Jordan, love Stu. They're battling. Let them settle it on the track. I don't think any teams need to be involved with what's going on the track. I guess is what my thoughts on it boil down to.
And then, let them hammer it out. And also, open up the damn tracks. Like, we talked about it last week. I've heard some stuff even more this week. Like, it wasn't just Caleb that's kind of fed up with the placards and the ribbon, and it's becoming a pretty popular topic, I think, across the pro classes, especially on Sunday. And I'm sure the Fuller guys, God almighty, if they're narrowing it down for the bikes, what's the Fuller guys thinking?
I mean, four-wheeler banners or not, there's trees that you can't go through, exactly. And it's just a roller coaster track. I don't know how they pass. Like, how do those dudes pass for the lead?
Well, you passed one person.
Yeah, sure did.
But
I thought about putting that GoPro out or the footage, my chest cam.
You should.
It would be the most boring footage you've ever seen in your life.
Well, clip it up to the exciting parts.
I'll put up a counter of how many people pass me.
But yeah, so I think hopefully there's some changes being worked on and made.
Lane Michael, we're counting on you.
Yep. Get back and snip some of that ribbon. Anyway, who else we got on the list to piss off?
I don't know. I'm excited about the race this weekend. A lot of stuff going on in the world of GNCC racing. The points battle is getting close. Well, let me see.
I got it.
It's pulled up on that screen
20?
too. Yeah. When we look at the XC1 class, which goes based off the overall, Jordan Ashburn will be running that big old number 1 plate. That's the one thing I meant to say a minute ago. I had someone reach out from the Ashburn camp, someone very close to Ashburn, said, thank you for putting out the information. So that made me feel good. And then talked with the other side of the situation, and they think I didn't go hard enough on some of the topics. But anyway, so it was nice to kind of navigate that whole thing last week. I did get a lot of comments about me backtracking and someone telling me I should sell the show if I can't talk about things. I understand where you're coming from. It's a tough position to be in. All right. But I appreciate you listening. Appreciate you being here. Jordan Ashburn, currently in the lead, 126 points after going back-to-back overall wins in rounds number 5 and 6. Liam Draper, who's leading the way at the ANEC Series. He is second place in the GNCC Series, 16 points off of Jordan Ashburn's 126 with 110 points. Ben Kelly, he was the white plate holder going into this last round. He had a bad crash, finished outside the top 20, scores 0 points. He still sits at 99, but still third place and less than one race back from the overall points lead. Now, will Ben Kelly be at the race this weekend? We don't know. He posted on Instagram that banged up some ribs and will try his best to be back at Powerline. So, don't know at this point whether we will see Ben Kelly out in the woods. He's obviously got that number 1 plate, looking to defend that championship, make it back-to-back and 3 total championships for Ben Kelly over his career. And so hopefully he can find a way to get back, score some points, and live to fight another day as we head down the stretch of this championship battle. Craig DeLong, good ride at the last race, 4th place, and then podium at round number 5. He is 4th place in points. And then Mike Wachowski, just kind of the silent assassin, just sitting there being consistent, running around the top 5 and plucking away, puts him 5th place overall in points. Stu Baylor, 3 scoring rounds out of 6 and currently sitting in the number 6 spot. A couple of those races that he was out in front at, we saw him have issues with and ended up not finishing those races. So he's got the speed. We saw him out front in most of the Old Gray, came down to the wire, and he ended up in the number 2 spot. So kind of a wild card there. No telling what can happen. Josh Strang heading up the beta team down there, 7th place in points. And then, Grant Davis back to the 9th place spot. Caleb Russell in 10th overall after 3 non-scoring rounds of his own. So,
dude, it's still wild to look at these points and see how many of the top 10 have no scoring rounds.
Yeah.
I mean, Stu's only got 3 rounds they scored points at. Grant Davis only 2. Caleb only 3 that they've scored points at. That's only half the rounds. You only score. It's pretty wild.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's why if we can pull up XC2 points, we'll go over those. But that's kind of what I'm saying is, like, this thing is far from over. Like, you can't get a beat on it 6 rounds in, or, I mean, 13 rounds. So next round will kind of, I guess we're at the halfway point now with round 11 being what it is and not counting for pro riders. So we're at the halfway point right now. We saw how much shakeup there is, and you see how many blanks there are on that scorecard right now. That could very well happen going down the backstretch of this season as
absolutely.
well. So it's still pretty much anyone's ball game there that is anywhere around that top 10 in overall points. So we'll see how it all pans out. Looking down at our XC2 class, Jack Walker holds on to the points lead, 135 to Jason Tino's 129. Jason Tino, 2 straight wins at the GNCC Series, getting his way back up to the top, and now in the number 2 spot. Jack Walker, who we saw lightning fast last week, leading the overall, ended up losing his back brakes, had to spend some time getting that sorted out, and obviously some time riding without those back brakes. Still holds on for a podium spot with a 3rd place finish. Brody Johnson, he scored in every round. He was on the podium for a couple rounds, and he's been just off of the podium ever since. So I think he might be dealing with some growing pains, getting some bike issues dialed in and figured out. We know Brody Johnson has the speed to contend. We know Brody Johnson has the speed to be top 3 and even be in the hunt for those wins. And he's only 20 points back with 115 from the points lead. So all it takes is let's just get one setting dialed in and then unleash Brody Johnson back on the field. Same thing with Angus Reardon. Obviously, some bad luck at rounds 2 and 3. Not the race he was looking for at round 5. And outside of that, it's been the Gus Reardon that we know. Fast, consistent, and putting together solid races. Just need to see him do that and without the bad luck that caught him at round 2 or 3, but he's every bit still in the mix too. Also with 115 points, 20 points down. It's 9 points from first to third. So you can make up 20 points pretty quick.
Yeah.
And then Gavin Simon, newcomer to the class, couple podiums under his belt. He's got 90 points with a DNF at Big Buck. So that hurts a lot, but able to see if he can get back through that. But yeah, it's going to be a tight one. And then even our WXC class, when you're looking at the WXC, there's been a parity of winners there throughout the year. But looking at it, one thing to keep in mind is that WXC does have 2 drops. And so right now, Danielle McDonald is out in front, 149 to Corey Steed's 137 and 134 for Brandy Richards. But when you start taking out the 2 drops, Brandy drops a DNF and
No, a 6th and a 7th.
oh wait, there's 2 round 1s.
That's because they split the morning race.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I was looking at that earlier, and as I was looking at it in the moment, I was like, wait, something ain't right, because exactly what we saw earlier without this blank round 1 that just threw me off right now is 2 drops. Brandy drops a 6 and a 7. That gives her 3 wins in a second. Danielle McDonald would drop 2 3s. That gives her 2 wins and 2 seconds. Mm-hmm. And then Corey Steed, she would drop 2 3s as well and have 1 win, 2 seconds, and a third. So this WXC points battle is way tighter than what it looks like right now. And right now, Brandy has actually got the upper hand as they head into round number 7 this weekend. So while you look at it on paper, it looks like she's in third. She is really effectively the points leader right now when you account for those drops.
Yeah. I wonder why they don't I wonder why she doesn't run the white plates then. Is it because the drops aren't counted until the end of the year?
Yeah. It's still cumulative points. So, that's the points that they've scored so far this year. So, obviously, they're going to have to go by that. But if you do take the drops out as we go, Brandy's out in front. And then it would be Danielle and then Corey. Mm-hmm. So,
it's interesting.
Interesting things to keep an eye on.
Yeah, for sure.
That being said, I think that's just did you see that last comment? I don't know what that's saying on there. Don't necessarily need to address it. I just don't know if that's being facetious or not. Anyway, we talked about our fantasy Supercross standings with our Rocky Mountain ATV Fantasy. Don't forget, we are partnered up with Rocky Mountain ATVMC.com. I just ordered some stuff from them the other day. You can order some stuff from them too, as I'm sure that most of you all do. Do me a quick favor. When you go to order through Rocky Mountain, just click the link in our bio wherever you're listening to this at. The link is there, so whether you're listening on the podcast app or YouTube, Instagram, wherever you want to see it, click that link, shop as normal. We get a small commission, helps keeps the show on the road, and we really appreciate it. Outside of that, big thanks to Yamaha once again. Can't wait to see the 4 Fatty, get some time on it, get Tom some time on it. You heard him say on here, he's riding it. So, we'll get that dialed in. We'll get some, like I said, 250 versus 450 FX videos coming at you, because as a consumer, I Googled the hell out of that when I was looking at buying a bike. I wanted to see it. I wanted to know the difference. So hopefully we can get some cool stuff together with that. Also got some other cool stuff might be coming down the pipeline with Yamaha. So once again, can't be thankful enough for how great they are to work with and how stoked I am to have them a part of the program. Big thanks to Yamaha. Big thanks to Zach Tussle with Raymond James Financial. Also DPG, Dimmer's Precision Grading. Both longtime supporters of the show. Tussle's been with us 3.5, 4 years. And if you would have started investing when we started advertising for Tussle, I haven't done the math lately, but you'd probably be up over $50,000 right now. I would imagine, depending on how much you're contributing. So, hit them up. Tom, is there anything that we're missing? I think we covered the notes. There wasn't much notes. No, anything you can think of?
That's all I got. You know what we have slacked on?
Nope.
I don't know. As our predictions, we kind of dropped the ball on that.
Who won Powerline Park last year?
No, I can tell you. I
I
got
don't
the
remember.
power.
Powerline Park. Yeah, I don't know. I still, every time I think of Powerline Park, I think of Brooke Cosner's dad saving his legs from decapitation of the legs when that old creek jump was there. I wish they'd run that creek jump.
I don't think it's there anymore.
They could make it.
Yeah, they could.
I want to see it. I know we talk about it every year, but Brooke Cosner's dad was standing there talking on his phone. There was a big, muddy creek jump. You land in just a big old pile of mud. I watched Chris Vendetti go over the bars, like just landed and stopped, and scorpion front flipped over the front. But someone else jumped and flying directly at Brooke Cosner's dad, who's knee-deep in mud on the cell phone, jumps up, bike goes clear underneath him, and he just lands and looks back on it and never drops the phone. I don't even think he stopped his sentence. It was the craziest thing I ever saw.
Yep.
What are we looking at here? Oh, this is last year.
Yep.
Stuart Baylor Jr. and Jordan Ashburn battling down to the wire. What do you know? I was going over some of the Dukes video, and it was Jordan and Stu at the Dukes as well, out in front before Stu had bike issues on the first lap.
Yeah.
But
building up a rivalry right there.
What a damn tail of the tape we got right here, looking at Powerline Park last year, and the Stu Baylor and Jordan Ashburn going 1 and 2. Obviously, them boys will be fired up and ready to go this weekend. We'll see if it becomes another 1-versus-1 battle between the 3 and the 514. And then how about this? Gus Reardon out of the XC2 class with an overall podium finish last year at Powerline Park.
Yes, sir.
Liam Draper, Cody Barnes, Grant Davis, Josh Strang, Craig B. DeLongan.
Yeah, good race
Brody,
last year up there for
Josh.
Strang, 4th in XC1. We're looking at that right.
5th.
1, 2,
Liam.
3, 4.
Oh, 4th. Oh, I was thinking of Cody.
Yep, he was XC2 last
Cody
year.
in my mind was an XC1 guy. I forget he was XC2 last year.
On Honda.
T's and P's out to Cody Barnes. T's and P's out to Ben Kelly. T's and P's out to Grant Davis. I never saw an update from Grant Davis. T's and P's out to Johnny Gerard, for that matter.
Jared Bolton.
T's and P's out to Jared Bolton. Talked to him a good bit at the last race. He saw me on the four-wheeler. He was fist pumping with his good arm.
One arm. Dude, that's a tough injury, too. It's not fun.
T's and P's to Taylor Jones. We talked about that WXC points battle. Obviously, she is going to be taken out of it with a broken tib and fib, so happy healing out to her. Kevin Campbell, we do not know if BK will be back this weekend. Hopefully. I don't know.
I think his post said he was planning on it, but, that was 2 weeks ago. So, hope so. Surely he wants to be.
Well, I completely forgot that we botched the beginning of the show and had to start back over. So I just realized how late it was, and I know you're a working man, so we need to get you out of here. We thank everybody for listening along to OTP this week. Appreciate you, Tom, for stopping by and checking out. What advice do you want to leave the listeners with today?
I don't know.
All right.
What's that?
Some words of encouragement.
Just don't
lift some spirits.
Oh, yeah. This weekend at the GNCC, don't add to the population. Don't subtract from the population. Don't end up in jail. Don't sabotage anybody's bikes. No MMA fighting.
Kids.
No
chicken in gas tanks.
No coffee creamer poured down somebody's gas tank. Don't steal from a diabetic. Yeah, I don't know. Is that it?
Yeah.
Stay on the track. Don't hit anybody with pit boards.
Keep it between the banners.
Yep. Yeah. You XC1 boys. Keep it between the arrows. Well, you can go outside the arrows. Just not the placards or the string.
And then go up to someone in the pits and tell them something nice. All right, everybody needs a good compliment. Maybe they're having a bad day. Go say something nice to somebody this weekend. Tell them that OTP told you to do that.
Everybody go find T-Ship this weekend and tell them to quit being so politically correct every week.
Well,
Sorry.
if everybody if everybody comes up and says that with a $20 bill, maybe I can
Hey, yeah, there you go.
make enough to
We
not
need-
have my livelihood depend on what I show on this show
Where
or
the hell
not.
is Underfoot?
Where has Underfoot been?
Underfoot, we hungry, boy. Hungry and
He
thirsty.
ain't been here in a while.
He ain't bought no beer in a while.
Maybe he got a job on a boat and he's been out at sea or something. I don't know.
Maybe he's working second shift.
I miss him. Anyway, thank you guys for listening. Thank you for being here. Don't forget, if you're listening to this post tense, you can catch up with us on Tuesdays, somewhere around 7 o'clock, and see it all live and see the stuff on the screen. And yeah, we'll see you next time on the Pod Podcast. See you later. Bye.
See you.